I'm going to talk about the 309. That's the time to buy and sell stock with Cooldown. The question is, you are given an array price, where price is I in the price of a given stock on the ith day. Find the maximum profit you can achieve. You may complete as many transactions as you like. Buy one and sell one share of the stock multiple times with the following restriction. After you sell your stock, you cannot buy stock on the next day. So this have string. Cool down 1 day. You may not, how do you pronounce this word? Engage in multiple transactions simultaneously. You may sell the stock before you buy again. Okay, so for the price is 12302. The transaction is like buy here, sell here, call down, and buy, sell. Okay, after you sell, you have to 1 day cool down. Well, which means before you buy, you have 1 day cool down. Okay, so for this one, we can use like a again, we have the price here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 0, 2. For these problems, we can focus on the small part. Like if we small part the last one, this 2 here, the last one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4. So we can focus on the last one here, if we can start from here. So in these situations, current here, there are 2 options, but you have to sell the, so if we start from the last one, so -1, you have to sell it, right? So here we can use like holder to do this. We have holder. There are 2 states. Hold is equal to 1. Not hold equal to 2. Okay, so the last one we have 1 and 2. But the last one we have to sell it. So it's kind of like last one, you have to be the 0 one. This is kind of like an entry net solution. So current one is based on the previous one. So if we do this one, we have to know this one, what the state they are. And we can go to, it's kind of like we can transfer these problems into like a tree, right? So it's kind of like my intuition tell me is use the DFS to do these problems. We start from here and based on here. So we start from the n-1, 0, because last day we have to sell it. So it will depend on the previous one. -1, -1, better it were 2-way, right? So there are 2 situations for the -1, -1. It will be -2. And this is -0. And also we have to know the previous one. The -3. If we starting at this one, right? The last one is 0. Yeah, the last one cannot buy. Cool down. If buy here. Okay, we have still need to check whether previous buy we can sell it today, but we cannot. Okay, so this is might be not to think about. But for here, we have to think about like there are 4 situations. Whatever. This one we can do the thing is -3, whether it's 0 or -3 is 1 holder, and then keep going until the this I is equal to 0, smaller than 0, which means it's in the bottom. Then we need to return the result, return back, and then return this one. So this is the logic about here. So we can write the code here. So int n is prices. And then we can directly return the DFS, like start from the 1 and prices. We need a holder to check. Int I and prices and int hold. So this is the problem here. So we have to sum here. If the I is smaller than 0, which means we need to do something. Like there's also 2 situations. If the hold is equal to 1, that's impossible, right? At the beginning, you cannot have the 1, so return the integer maximum 1. And not it should be minimum. Otherwise, which is means valid. Then return 0. Now we going to if the hold equal to 1, so we have some situations we have to pick up the previous one. Current is 1. There are 2 situations. One is inherit from the previous. So we got 1 here. Another thing is sell at current. So DFS like I -1 and prices. Previous should be, but we want to buy, we have to make sure the cooldown. So we have to check the previous one. So this should be the 2. We want to buy, we make sure this one is cooldown day, right? And then we want to buy. It's not, let's buy. So this should be minus prices current I here. And another is the hold is equal to 0. So 1 is inherent. And another thing is sell at current. So return the, but we need to pick up the maximum. -1 prices. For there we don't need to cool down, right? So we just pick up the previous day to check. Previous prices, it should be the 1 right here. Here we can check. Oops, cannot find. Oh, the entry part is the last day should be the 0. 0 means we didn't have any stock on hand, right? Yep, it works. But we also need to, current now time complex is very high. It should be the, you have to check like every branch you have to check lots of time, right? So you have unword. This will be the 1, 2, 3, 4 branch, so the time will be like this. Then the space will be this. So we can use the memorize to improve this one. Because when we go into like -1 here, or this one, it's already viewed before, right? And going to current here, you can see if we write the tree, it also need to check -1, -3, 0, or hold or not. So this tree, this subtree is duplicate with this one. So we can use the memory to store the result. So store the result, we can based on this one, and the second is like a hold, because during this one is always changed, this one is already changed. Based on these two change variable, so we can create a memory here for int. And we can hammer. We can check here if the member look before. It's kind of like a visit before. Not equal to -1, then we can hold. If we can check. Yeah, it works. Yeah, we can see the time complexity is it would not do this. We just create a table. So the table is n times 2. So we can treat it like this. Oh.